Hey there, welcome back. This is Rob, and we're here in the bee yard at R&B Honey, and we're following up on our little experiment that we were doing. And it's been about 10 days since I've had some of these nucs that we picked up. And these are the 6 that we're kind of testing. I do have one more over here that we got at the same time. But these are really ones we're looking at, and this is a follow-up to the Premier Frame Foundation versus other brands. I know in the last video I mentioned that some of them were Rite cell, most of them were Rite cell, but I did find that there are a couple acorn in here as well. So this is really to kind of test the Premier foundations and see how well they do versus some of the other standards that are out there, which by the way are fantastic foundations. So this is, again, this is not something to discredit or talk bad about another type of foundation. I'm just simply saying that I'm trying out these Premier foundations and I want to see what the bees draw out best. What do they like? What do they, which ones do they draw out first? So what I've done in this particular colony is I have this one staggered, so it's every other frame is a Premier versus a Rite cell, Premier versus Rite cell, Premier versus Rite cell. I've not even looked in here yet to see what's going on. I don't even know, if the bees are fully up to the, filling up this box. I don't know. And then this box over here, we're going to take a look at. It's 2 Premier, 2 Rite cell, 2 Premier, 2 Rite cell. So these are all 8 frame colonies that I have here. So without further ado, I guess let's go ahead and get in and see what's going on. Now I do have frame feeders in here, and I might be taking these off today because we are definitely in the middle of nectar flow, and there are a fair amount of bees here at the top. You can kind of see them up here. So let's go ahead and give them a little smoke so we can knock them down. And first one I'm going to pull out is this one right here, and this is a Rite cell, and this is, we can call right in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's 7 in here. So really the Premier is right in the middle. And then we've got the Rite cell here. So let's pull the Rite cell first and let's see what she looks like. Make us a little bit of room. I'm going to pull this end one, which is a Rite cell, but I'm not really, it's an end frame. So I'm not really expecting anything, not even worried about that. I do not have a queen excluder on here on this particular colony yet, so I do want to be careful with our queen. Last thing we want to do is mess her up. And these are all deeps, and I can tell right now that they have the burr comb in between the 2 boxes built out. So when I pull this out, probably going to make them a little bit upset. Again, let's hope we don't pull the queen out. This is a Rite cell. Let's look for the queen first. I did not see the queen or any eggs. Some drones. All right, but we do have drawn out comb, and it's been 10 days. And you can see a fair amount. They don't have it out here yet, and they don't have the edges done. But on both sides, they do have a fair amount of it done. This side here is a little bit less than the other. So that's the Rite cell. And if we see there's a big difference in these, well, of course, we'll go ahead and pull some of the other frames on the edges. But I really want to focus on these 2 middle ones. All right, and this is Premier. You can see right there the P21, and a fair amount drawn out there. Actually, looks very similar to the Rite cell. I didn't look for the queen before I took it off the So actually on this one, it looks like the right cell is drawn out a little bit more than the premier. Oh, there are eggs in this. There were not eggs. That's odd. I did not see eggs on the right cell. Let's take a look at that one more time. Because I find that very odd, why one would have them and the other one wouldn't. All right, so there are a few. Okay, there are some eggs in here. Just on the one side. A couple spotty ones. That doesn't look like a very good laying pattern. All right, since we saw that, I'm going to go ahead and go to the next right cell right here. Trying to be somewhat careful. Like I said, I don't know where our queen is. Not really looking to get into where she's at. All right, so this is a right cell, and it looks like just one little strip right there and right there. It's funny because it's definitely mirroring each other. So not much on that one. But they are definitely storing nectar already. We are in the nectar flow here in the North Georgia mountains. Plenty of tulip poplars all over. So there's a huge tulip poplar there, another one right there, just enormous, and they've got the tulips all over them. So this is our first right cell. This is premier right cell. Let's look at this premier, and then we're going to be done. Well, let's get into the other one after this. This one I have a feeling the queen might be on, so I really want to be careful because they're getting a little bit agitated. Just give them just a little bit of smoke. I'm looking for that queen. I'm suspecting she's pretty close. All right, I do not see her on here, but here's another one full of eggs. Drawn out pretty much like the last ones, although there's a little bit more to the edges here. But every one of these that have, except for this side. This side I do not see eggs. And by the way, just a tip for you guys, if you're just starting out beekeeping, I always get black foundations because the eggs show up much better on a black foundation. I don't really think the bees care which color you use. But for me, that little white dot shows up much better on a dark foundation. And you know what? I'm going to bring this close to the camera. I don't know if y'all can see that. All right, let's get this back in. So I'm going to say it's a pretty split decision on this one right here. Whether or not right cell or premier is being drawn quicker. I will say there are definitely more eggs in the premier than there is the right cell. So that I find very interesting. So let's button these girls back up and we'll move on. Let's take a look at this one right here. Well, let's see here. This is not, yes, I've got right cell, premier, right cell, premier. All right, so this is good. This is one I want to take a look at, and this is the one, I'm going to bring the camera a little closer. Okay, this is a right cell right here in the middle, and this one was actually in a colony last year. So this is an older right cell that was, had plenty of time to pick up the pheromones. Again, I'm just pull this side one first to give us a little bit of room to work, just in case the queen is up here, because like I said, you do not have the queen excluder on. I want her to work all of this. Nice big healthy colony. And again, this is just a nuke from 10 days ago. So it has taken off rather nicely. Wow. All right, this is a great sign. This is a Rite cell on the end. Look at that. And that is nectar in there. All right, so we have nectar. Let's go ahead and set this aside. Now we have a little room to work. Which one should you do? Premier or Rite cell? Let's go Rite cell. They're tried and true. Used them all last year. Sorry if I go a little slow. Trying not to disturb too much. I have been in these colonies a little more than I like to be into a nuke, and wow, this thing is loaded. All right, so we have capped honey up there. I'm probably gonna take, I'm going to take the feeder out. They have capped both sides of this, or a little bit on both sides, but it is full of honey. So that one I would say is fully drawn out beautifully. So really the only thing I can compare with this, with the Premier, it needs to be fully drawn out, right? If it's not fully drawn out, alrighty. They're not too happy I'm here. And I do have a feeder in here, so I will be putting a queen excluder on this box. I'll be putting a super on here, just so that we don't have, once I take this out, and anything, if I do get honey from this particular colony this year, it'll be from everything up here. That way I know that I do not have any tainted honey with sugar syrup. I want it to be all natural, of course. And this is really crazy. All right, so you can see there's capped honey up at the top. I do not see, yes, there's our queen. So I'm gonna be very careful and put this back in. I do not want to roll her. So the queen is on that side. And there are eggs, again. She's dark too, she's a pretty queen. Very interesting. So Rite cell versus Premier, I see a little bit better drawn out with the Premier. Okay, I can say that. What's really interesting though is the amount of eggs that each one has drawn out, or actually has been laid. Sorry, not drawn out. Premier by far. Premier definitely has more eggs in that. Is that a situation of I've placed it in a particular location in the colony? I don't know. I don't think so, because I did two different ones and it's the same result in both of these. And actually the queen was on the Premier, so that of course I think is probably just coincidence. I'm not going to say, oh, she likes that one better, but there are definitely more eggs on the Premiers than there are the Rite cells. So that is very interesting. So thanks for watching. Thanks for following along. If you have questions, comments, go ahead and put them in the comment section below. Make sure you please go ahead and click the like and subscribe. I'll be doing more little experiments like this throughout the year. So thanks so much and have a great day.